Today, in the video that I'm going to do today, we're going to talk about shapes 5, 6, 7, and 8 in the shape guide. There's a link to the official shape guide in the description below, so please go there and follow along with us. Actually, shape number 5 is the hive. That's this one, so we'll go through how to make that one. And if you flip it over, it is shape number 6. Just the way that they show it in the shape guide. Shape number 7 is this one, which is kind of like a star, a heart. And shape number 8 is this one, which I call the ring, where basically we've turned all of the little pointy edges out. And the ring is one of my favorite starting points. This is the go-to shape for me to make a lot of my other shapes. Okay, so let's first start with the hive. I think I'll make it in optical illusion this time. So we can go to our crown, which is one that we know how to do now, and the star. And then what we can do is turn out these 4 peaks. There is another way I think is easier to make it, which I'll show in a minute, which starts with the ring. But since we're doing the hive, we turn each one of those out, and there you go. There is the hive. Okay, so I'm going to move, well, this is a hive too, so we'll leave that one there for now. I will move these other 2 off to the side, and I'll make a hive out of the blue planet. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to the star. Now, this is the ring. So maybe I just show you the ring first. Let's go to back to the cube, okay? And then we can open the cube to the star. And then we can pull this back. Open the cube to the crown. Pull this back to make the star. And then to make the ring, we just turn what I call turning everything inside out till we get to this point. And that is the ring, which is the ring I just showed before. We can also, with this ring, go to the hive by turning these in and this up. The other thing we can do, and let me make the ring again, turn everything inside out. We can go, and that's the ring, oops, back to the star from this point. I turn it this way, and that in, and this around, and then flip this back to get to the star, which of course enables us to quickly get back to our cube. Okay, so the first design we go back to is what is called the hive. And so I want to look at how can we put that together. One of the ways is like this. And then we could put another one there. Okay. And we could put another one on top. There we go. Looks kind of familiar. Looks like a star here. Looks like we could put a dodecahedron in here. Looks like we could put the UFO on there. So let's try some of these shapes too. We're gonna first make this into the, oh, we haven't gotten to either one of those shapes yet. So let me just make one of each quickly, and then I will show you those on another video. So this is a dodecahedron, which is actually shape number 10. You will get that in the next video. And you can put those, you could make one for each of the holes and put one in there. And the other one is the UFO, which again, you will get to that in the next video as well. And we, oops, it's not the UFO, whoops. That is, and we can put that over those. So you can see that we can turn this, if we put the dodecahedrons and the UFOs around on this, we can turn this into a large dodecahedron, which you will see that one in some of the videos, the how-to videos, or in some of the literature. Okay, so that was the hive. And again, we'll take this apart so you can see the hive. There's a lot of other things here. And remember, the hive, that's the front and the back, so that is shape numbers 5 and 6. And another thing that's often done with the hive is putting the UFO and the hive together. You can see how they just go together very, very nicely. Okay, so the other one that I want to make, we'll leave that as a hive. We did the ring, but I'm going to go back and do that again just to be sure. Okay, we start with the star, or we could start all the way with, from the star, from the cube. Okay, we go to the star. And then we turn everything inside out, and that is the ring. Okay. Oh, and it's the ring. There's that side and the other side. And it makes a little bit of a difference because number 9, which looks a little more like a star, the way they are showing it is this way. The way you make it is you just kind of turn this down like that. Okay. And that's one look of number 9. But the other one is, if you turn this one down, then you have the space scene here instead of the firecrackers. And either one is fine if you want to make those, and you want to match it and make them all the spaced out or all of the firecrackers, whatever works for you. Okay, so I'm going to do it again just so you see in the blue planet, and we'll take this one back to a star just to flip those back out and turn this completely inside out again to get us to the ring, and then fold this one in like that, and there's a ring in optical illusion. And again, you just have to play with these to decide how you might put them together. This would be one way that they would work together. And remember, we had this coming down in a little like the star here. It's hard to keep it like this. And like I said, when you put more of these together, you can get this structure to be a little more stable. So there's one look of putting the hearts together, but there are other looks for that. And the ring, which is actually another really good starting point. Again, it's very hard initially to get these to stick together and stay in the ring format. I generally find where I can match this section, so on this one, this yellow one goes in there, and then they'll match like this also. And again, as you do more, hook more of these in with the magnets, they get more and more stable. Okay, so there is 3 of the rings put together. We can do a 4th ring as well. And so there's a ring, and we will match this to there, and then we'll match those. And then it actually gets pretty sturdy. You know, the 4 rings, believe it or not, once you get the 4 of them together. And see how it looks like a UFO? That's why it's very difficult sometimes when you see pictures of these to figure the shape that goes into them, because it looks like there's a UFO, but there are only 4 rings in this, no UFOs. Okay, so I think that's all I wanted to show for these shapes. Let me leave you in the end with there is a ring. Here is a heart. Here is a hive. And take the UFO off of this one. And this is the other side of a hive as well. I'm holding it up because I think that's about the way they took the picture of it in the guide, so that you can see this is indeed the hive. But if you get the electronic version of the guide and blow it up, you can see that this is shape number 6, which is also the, move my fingers out of the way, sorry about that, the opposite side of the hive. And there's the hive. Lots of things you can do with the hive. Oh, one I didn't show you. One last thing. These are the last 4 shapes, but let me make some more hives. This, and you'll see this also on some of the other videos of ways to put the hive together. I'm making hives back here. There's one. I should do it in front of you. So, okay, so there we can put those 2 in and bring this one up, and we get a hive. And we can do the same thing here. Get a hive. And another way that they are put together, and you'll see this on some of the other videos, or there's 3 of them. There you can see the other side there. There's the 3. And then you can put a 4th one on there and make this structure. It's a little far back for you to see. Move one of these out of the way. Okay. Okay, so that is 4 hives put together. All right, so these are again some of the shapes from the shape guide, but also common shapes, common usage. And I will put these back out there and leave you on that note. That is shape 5, 6, 7, and 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8 from the shape guide.